It's my great pleasure to introduce our speaker today. Stephen, your reputation precedes you. You all will have your own interpretations. Some of us in this room have known Stephen for many, many years, yet we are all magically still young, aren't we? Yeah. And some of us have known him since the 80s, 70s. And he has blessed anywhere he's ever lived, in my opinion. He's been all over Europe, living there, and in Iowa, and here, and back and forth here. And he is an extraordinary astrologer and thinker, an instigator of good things. And he's a licensed hypnotherapist as well. That he can help you with quite a few things that sometimes hypnotherapy helps, including past life regressions. And he also is very adept with other tools such as tarot, inner light consciousness. So many wonderful things are in his toolbox. And he's always surprising us. And he brings wit with his wisdom, and there's always truth and jest. I always like to think of Stephen as a famous court jester who kept everybody calm down. Let's don't go to war. Let's laugh, you know. So I appreciate him, and I'm sure we all do. Let's open up our hearts and our minds to hear his message today. Yay, Stephen.
Well, thank you for that. And isn't the music great? Yeah, the piano and the chorus and the original songs, lots of talent here. It's one of the big things that's always drawn me here since the early 80s. Yes, it has been a while. Sometimes we just get caught in the moment. You've heard that phrase, and maybe you've been there in that place. We can be caught in the moment. But let me give you a quick description of that from what I read. It says, to be overly enthused by or excited about something that is currently happening, especially to the point of being distracted, unfocused, or oblivious to something else. Sometimes this is conditioning. Sometimes we're talking about ruts and rants. Let's explore this theme and figure out ways to expand into our greatness. This dichotomy has been noted and expressed in many different ways, like the little self, the mini-me, the ego, the temporal. Then we have our greater self, the overview, the spirit, the life, the connection with something greater, the reminder that we indeed have come from a greater place, a greater perspective. These two things are kind of always with us. We go back and forth between them. And they are not always on the same page. Life, especially the human or the economical or our daily life, oftentimes pulls us into the immediate self. And we can get lost there. We forget the big picture. One can't see the forest for the trees. We come here to church, to the fellowship, to remember, to recall. And this reminds me of the root word of religion itself, legare, again to connect, ligare as in the ligaments, to reconnect, to remember, to get back to remembering who we are and we're part of something greater. This is the big picture. And so I invite you to reconnect right now. Breathe. And feel, open yourself, opening that door to the greater view, the essence, your higher being. Yes, know that you, right here, right now, are part of the greater spirit, love, light, and wisdom. Do you feel more expansive just by a quick reminder of that? The spirit, the spark, is always there, so close. But then we get caught in the moment. Did you remember to keep your cell phones on? Thank you. It's an unusual request, but perhaps it can be a link, a reminder that when we hear a ping or a ring during this talk, we can program it to be a reminder of, a message, a reminder, a spark, yay. It might happen. We'll see. Another very easy way to connect is to get out in nature. Nature, imagine, the trees, the woods, the trails, beautiful. So many reminders out there. The greater views, the smells of the trees, the flowers, especially now as we're coming into spring. Natural beauty. And then remember, we're talking about the greater self, enthused with everything, and who's riding along? Who's with us? Me. And so there you are. You're out in the woods. You're walking around, and you say, look, I think that's a woodpecker. Woodpecker. I think it's an acorn woodpecker. I believe I read that there was 180 different species of woodpecker. Why do I think of woody woodpecker? Maybe there's 181 species. Well, that's where the mind can go, huh? Lost in thought and out of the woods. Has anyone experienced that? Yes. You were there and you took off. Lost in thought. But could that be good? Might that also be good to get lost in thought? It depends on where we go. Being transported, for instance, into our inner consciousness could appear from the outside as lost. A bit of a space case. But inward, you're really attuned to something peaceful, expansive, contemplative. And I believe that's a good thing. That's a good lost. But then we have that other fellow out there in the woods. Did you ever get mad at inanimate objects? It often happens when our little toe bangs into like the leg of the table. That desk, that friggin' nightstand, well, I'll show you. But then our rational selves, our higher selves would say, calm down, calm down. It's an inanimate object. No malice, no plan. It's just two pieces of space coming together. Calm down. I feel somewhat the same about spectator sports. I say, it's just a game. There will be another one tomorrow. Chill. But to the fans, are they chilling? No, they are excited. They are yelling. They are into it. Go get them. Kill them. Wow, did they lose it? No, they are fans. And fan has been shortened from the word fanatic. So let's turn the TV off and get back to a nice home scene. Honey, you said you would clean the garage this weekend. Yeah, all right. I'm at the laptop here. I'll do it right away. Just a minute. I need to finish this email. Actually, he's on Facebook and on some other social media to himself. Today is daylight savings time. Let me double check that. I wonder if I just lost an hour. Did I lose an hour of sleep? I think I need some coffee. Oh, look at this. On this day, on March 12th, 1912, the Girl Guides, later renamed the Girl Scouts of the USA, are founded. How about that? Wish I had a cookie now. I wonder when the Boy Scouts got started. Honey, did you know that it's daylight savings time? Yes, dear, I know. Here's the broom. Broom, yeah. I'll get right to it. Yeah, Google. When did brooms and witches intertwine? Some folklore. Magic broomsticks. But then, the dutiful husband is distracted, and he looks upon the wall near his desk. There is a photo of his wife when she was 5 years old. So sweet. It was a reminder. In a moment of inspiration, this married pair decided to put old photos of their childhoods on the wall. A reminder, when perturbed, that one's partner was once a little child. Do you love that child? Yes. Would you protect that child? Of course, without a doubt. That photo was placed there by our higher self. A lucid moment. Remember, care, love, and cherish. It was a reminder. It is a reminder. Now, even if you're not in a relationship, you are always in a relationship with you. So put that little photo of you on your wall. Will you promise to love and care for that child? Will you? Yes. There we go. Good, little sweet pies. Then the husband remembers. It's not a chore to clean the garage. His beloved partner, also doing those things around the house that he appreciates, wishes this done. Would you do it for her? For the little one? Of course. And he gets up and gets to it. Now, years ago, when I wore a younger man's clothes, I did this program called Astrodrama, and I did it with Martha Rappaport. Some of you may remember Martha. And so it was a really kind of a fun thing introducing some aspects of astrology, and so we wanted to act it out. And so part of the program was that the sun portion, your sun sign, would be standing up back here with its greater ideals, the solar, the sunny parts, your real inspiration, your aspirations, and express that into the audience, including the person who was looking at their chart being animated. In the meantime, in front, sitting down here in the front, the reason for the chair. Then we had the ascendant, the rising sign right there, which is the PR, just like, this is what I want you to know, this is where we're going. Never mind that guy back behind here, the guy behind the curtain. And we played with that, and it was really quite fun. So I want to do a variation of that. Not necessarily like the sun and the ascendant, but the greater self and the everyday self. And so I will need a volunteer, Sarah Anderson. Sarah. Thank you.
My laundry list. Check. Shopping list, really. Let's see.
And we remember.
Yep. Eggs are so
May we remember why.
Water. I'll buy some water.
Why we're here. We have a greater purpose.
It should just come out of
There was a greater checklist.
shopping. Let's see. Where can I do a good
Can you remember that one?
That corner
The
shop
reason
with the pastry.
why you're here. It is a special moment every day. Every day.
Prisoners starving on bread and water.
Be here now.
Eggs.
Really enjoy the wonder of you.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach that unreachable star.
So much talent here. I love it. We spontaneously just put this thing here together. And from time to time, we do get together and we have special moments. And then it opens up the impossible dream. What a great reminder that is. On this date, March 12th, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi begins the Salt March, a 200-mile march to the sea to protest the British monopoly on salt in India. It was a simple act. Harvest the salt left upon the earth by greater forces, not British, over a long time and not connected to the authority of the British. A peaceful and symbolic protest, a statement of autonomy. A little thing can have a great message, a purpose. And a reminder, do even little things with purpose, with intent. And this is how we perhaps can get a marriage going here, a cooperative association. Infuse the moment, the task at hand, with a greater purpose. Caring for others, going out of one's way, a selfless act, giving. We have examples of that in this room. A church, like any volunteer organization, is run by caring individuals, volunteers, and I thank you all now. If any of you, have volunteered your time and your money to this place, the fellowship, please stand. You who have given to this church, stand up. And then look around. Look around. Here are the givers. Bless their caring impulses. And thank you. A round of applause for the givers. Thank you. Acknowledgments. And your higher selves probably led you to volunteer, to do it, that spark, to serve, to care. And it reminds me that on this date, March 12th, 1933, during the Great Depression, Franklin D. Roosevelt addresses the nation for the first time as President of the United States. This is the first of his fireside chats. Now there's an idea. Friends, give yourselves a good talking to. Gather your thoughts, your ideals. These are inspired by your greater selves. We all need reminders. We can forget why we're here, why we're doing certain jobs or pursuing a passion like music or art or cleaning the garage. We want to share. We want to make a difference in this world. So create from time to time your own little fireside chat. And what do you have to say for yourself? We can turn that little phrase, that question around, and listen to that with new ears. What would you like to say to you What words of encouragement or greater purpose do you wish to remind yourself? Keep your home fires burning. Honor the child within you. Is your young picture on the wall? Appreciate those who are showing their love through service. And give that little you a pat on the head and expand into your greatness. Now get out there and do it. Thank you.